Welcome back. Now time for us to meet our guests for Inside the Studio. Now the particular guest that we get inside the studio aimed at systems applications and products. Abby, I get them correctly. Yes. I'm an expert for Inside that one and certified HR solution consultant and information technology expert. Now in the work for over 12 years, and trust me, once you see his CV, you go see UK HR consultant. This one, I say sure. This particular man where we get now small but mighty, but he has done a lot of things for inside the industry. Join me, welcome Kive Kokori inside the studio this morning.
Not do well.
Good morning.
Thank
Good morning,
you.
Kive. How are you day this morning?
I did.
Okay, yes, as an IT specialist and as a human resource personnel or person who sabi enough work, we be technocrat. I think call you technocrat for that industry now.
Well,
yeah, with all the UK Dublin,
everybody a technocrat now. So.
Okay, now
so
really
I accept it.
Okay, all right. So we really want to go straight away on top this human resources, on top workers for inside our country, workers for inside companies, and how they know they get the privileges where they're supposed to get based on the fact say we get Labour Act. In fact, Labour Act of 1990 there for ground, and a lot of things there where a lot of workers don't know about. And even when they try to put them for ground, the employee, their oga them, they try to suppress them. They try to them say keep quiet. They give them press up, make them not to get mad to come outside exercise their rights. What do you feel say those workers for that kind of situation feel do for the matter?
First of all, make we first talk about some of the reasons why workers know they fit get mouth to talk when it comes to human resources deprivations. Because waiting they happen be say for every society where the economy no they that great, which means there is a lot of unemployment there for the country. Because of that fact, say people feel say their job, they no one lose them. Because of that, the employers usually, they take advantage of that particular situation. So obviously, most people for Nigeria anyway, don't even understand the fact, say as workers, they get rights. You understand? And once you don't understand that fact, it is so easy for your employers to actually take you for a ride. Even if you look, situation where we say even foreigners we open business for Nigeria. I don't want to mention names of countries and stuff, but I know we don't hear and see a lot of situations where even foreigners come to Nigeria and they take advantage of that fact. Say most of our workers know understand their rights, and many of them they're extremely desperate to keep their jobs. If you go a country like UK, for example, there are hours stipulated for people to work, which means, say, if you work past that particular hour, say maybe 8 hours a day, for example, once you work past that hour, you are entitled for overtime payment. But Nigeria, most of the time, those things don't apply because your employer will tell you, say, you need to work.
They don't care how long you spend.
Whether you work till time where you don't even feel go house, now your business. Nobody go provide maybe where you go stay for, because of the fact say don't too late for you to go out and all that. So those are some of the problems we have.
I think majorly for me, I would like, since you've been, human resource expert and consultant on top of the level. Now we don't say, I don't know whether we feel leave our phone lines because of the time.
Because of time. Oh, okay. Well, we'll go on. If we know fit, but even if now one call won't come inside, we fit to leave our phone lines. All right, you fit to call us because our guests were inside here. Now, human resource technocrat and also ITC person, but if you to call us if you get any question on top 01-277-2195, tabby 01-277-7195, tabby 01-277-8195.
All right, yes, talking about my question, I want to ask you now. Part of the reason why a lot of youth they give excuse say unemployment they increase for inside Obodo Nigeria because of the number of experience where they ask. Imagine like a graduate who just finished NYSC and then a job application just there online and they're saying come with, you need to have like 20 years experience or 15 years experience. Or now the age is also a factor too.
Exactly.
You must not be
beyond 28 years old or from 22 to,
And now that you see 30 years old still looking for a job because all these criteria is there on ground where they hinder them from getting the job. So in that particular angle, wait till you go actually talk about time. You feel so we need to actually review our human resource approach?
For that one actually general problem all over the world. Usually you always wonder, say, employers go ask for experience. So you go wonder, say, okay, since they ask for experience, how person will just finish school or something go get employment? So that's why you realize, say, that kind of situation, they make a lot of people falsify their
CV,
resume, you understand, or CV. But, you know, it's a general thing, but maybe they're worse for Nigeria. And as I said, the fact, say, many people, it's demand and supply. If more people, they chase one particular thing, as you did now, if you get like 10 guys where they chase you, you go do shakara now.
Selection method.
So
Okay, I go do selection.
That's what employer be for country where they say, where they say,
So
people
no
look for
solution to that particular hindrance for you getting that job. No solution at all.
There is a solution if the government actually come in to make, well, those laws are there, to be honest. But it's like every other thing for Nigeria.
Is it
because
really
our
a law?
system,
To come out and say, is it really a law in Nigeria?
look, it's not a law that is written. per
Yeah,
se.
it's not, yeah.
But there's some certain things that, it's like discrimination on basis of age,
HND and BSc
sex,
and all of them.
race and all those sort of things, and even, you know, educational qualification, like Nigeria, where we get polytechnics and universities fighting over supremacy and all that, you know. So there's some certain things that mean the way maybe no they written for the law, but in a way you know they're allowed to discriminate openly about some certain things. But at the end of the day, employers now get maybe some kind of right to determine who they want to employ. But on the basis of that, they still no suppose discriminate like that. You understand? So.
Okay, yes, talking about these labor laws and with the current situation where they happen, because just this morning we carry one story about Nasarawa State and the way they want to pay their workers using cash method of payment to pay workers of, and this is something where, according to one of the callers, and the method they use since. Now, when we put Nasarawa aside, these states where they owe their workers salaries for months. Now, according to the Labour Act, you're not even you're not supposed to owe salary beyond the 1 month of the stipulated time when the person don't work. Now, you feel say these workers, they don't get rights to sue in the case when a state government where they owe them, or whether a local government where they owe them. Because if these workers have been owed for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and they have been working, how do you expect them to keep up with their families and loved ones?
Now, part of the madness where they go on for Nigeria, because employers actually don't care much about their workers, even the government. And that's why you realize, say, if government don't care about in people, how entrepreneurs and
Business
capitalists
owners,
take one care about their workers. There is no basis at all for any government to owe in workers, especially civil servants, because most of them, they live on that money way then they get, you know. So there is no basis at all. But apart of the mismanagement, these governors and all that what they talk about, they fly private jets about now. They collect their security votes, their own salaries, and they pay their salaries, you know. So at the end of the day, now the fact say they don't care. But the workers actually don't know their rights for Nigeria. As you said, they can sue. But even the judicial system, because most institutions in Nigeria know they work the way it's supposed to work. How many workers get money to go hire a lawyer?
Exactly.
And how many lawyers they were ready to take such cases on pro bono? You know, the times of the Gani fire means there are not many again. How many of them did? Most lawyers now, even though then they say human rights, now waiting will enter their pocket, now then they think about, unfortunately. You know, so most of the workers, even the ones that know their rights sometimes, they don't get the means to go court. You understand? So, but normally you have a right to sue if they owe for work that you've done, because if you've worked, there is no reason why you should not get paid.
Okay. Okay, you want to ask?
Okay, we could actually divert from that workers' non-payment to enter the reason where a lot of countries they celebrate today, International Literacy Day. Now, we don't yet say, even for Nigeria, research don't come outside talk say reading culture don't actually fall. It don't fall like drastically. Now, and we also know say most of the youths where they come outside they talk say no job, no job, no job. At the end of the day, they go for interview
recruitment
and they not
process.
actually show waiting they get for their certificates. They not feel actually show them. Which advice you go give youth where they outside, where they desperate to have a job?
Advice in terms of acquiring education?
Reading, no, more than acquiring education.
Interview process.
You see people even having the
qualification,
certificates, and
but they don't feel defend them when time reach for
because
interview.
the educational system don't fall now. So a lot of people, even when I did for school, it don't they fall. You go see people go do exams and they go pay one lecturer or pay somebody to, they don't go read. So at the end of the day, the quality of graduates we have don't drop significantly. And that's why you realize, and that's part of the system breakdown. Because education, nobody pays attention to education anymore in Nigeria. That's why you realize, even now, so many private institutions, even those private institutions, many of them, they are standard.
Very low.
They're low, you know. So these youths, the thing they say, they call on them, say make them think about their future and not shortcut. We too like shortcut for Nigeria. We should work hard to get what we are supposed to get, because at the end of the day, mediocrity they last. Even if you climb the ladder, you go past a certain stage. You will just stay for there because your IQ fit past that stage. So make people start to read, even apart from academic books and all that. Just carry things, read, go on the internet. Nowadays there's so much information out there. You understand? And that's why I call on Nigerian government too, this broadband and all that. We should make it a lot better and cheaper, so that people can have access to information. Information is key. Whatever you do in this life, information is key.
Wow, so many questions, and so many people want to ask so many more questions, but because of time, we're going to need to buy a break for here small. But thank you, Oga Kivese, you come inside our studio and you throw more light on top of this labor laws, on top World International Literacy Day, what we get today. All right, we're going to need to buy a small break. We hope so you enjoyed that better interview we'll get. We'll go back small break, but the next boss award, they hit your domot. So now spot levels with Oga Jude. So no go anywhere, because they come back.
If you know, just enjoy the video they want to just watch, make una sharply subscribe to our channel. Not darling.